All right, welcome back to my channel, Heroes. My name is Soul Betty. You can call me Soul. You can call me Betty. Let's jump right into the video this week. So my last couple of videos, we really focused in on support and really blaming support when things aren't going well in the game. Today, that video is not about that, but it is an extension because we do have some exciting news coming in Season 4, and that is going to be a new hero to Overwatch, which is going to be dedicated to support. Now, I want to ask you, do you feel like this is going to change the pick rate for support when they introduce a new character in Season 4? Now, obviously, the quick answer is going to be yes. Anytime that you're going to get a new character, people are going to naturally want to click on it. They're going to want to play it, and they're going to spend some time. My question is a little bit deeper than that. Do you think more players are going to want to leave DPS and leave tank to play support? So let's recap my last couple of videos. My last couple of videos were really based on blaming support and the experience that you feel as a support player while playing Overwatch. So let's start with number one. We know that the role is not glamorous, right? When you win, support never contributes, right? Or never gets any recognition, hardly ever get any plays of the game. And when you lose, you're always the one to blame. You didn't heal enough, or you didn't make the rotations right, or you didn't follow the tank, or you didn't stay with the payload, whatever that case might be. We know that support is not a glamorous role. We've stated that. We're not going to overstate it again, but I wanted to start there. So where does that bring us in Season 4? Okay, we're going to get a new character. We know that might bring the playability of support up. We did see this with Kiriko, as if you watch Overwatch League, Kiriko is chosen 98% of the time, right? The only role that's chosen 100% of the time is another healer / support, which is going to be Lucio, right? So will that really change the experience for support players just by bringing in a new character? And is that going to make more people want to play support? Fundamentally, I say no. I say at the start of Season 4, when it comes, people are definitely going to want to try out the new characters, see how the new character's playing, and see how much fun they're having with it. But I think they're going to regress and go back to playing their DPS and their tank roles, right? So what does that mean? What do we need to get right by Season 4 to ensure that support, one, is going to have a higher pick rate, and two, the experience is going to be much more enjoyable for players like me who are just naturally support players in almost every game that we play? So one, I said in my previous video, we should bring up the HP of support. Now, I might have went a little extreme in that last video and say, hey, make support the highest HP player, so maybe like 600, 700, 800, and then move tanks down 100 or 200, right? So they're at 400 or 500 HP. Maybe that's a little bit extreme. Got a little bit of flack for that, and that's okay, right? I'm still going to put it out there. I think that obviously meta changes are going to be coming. If you watch Overwatch League, typically the same 5 characters are going to be chosen at least at a 90% rate, and I think that's important to see. I will put a link down below for the article on Games Radar that I read, and I'm just going to quote something here real quick. All 5 of these heroes are sitting above a 90% usage rate for the week, with Lucio in literally 100% of the teams, and Sojourn and Kiriko close behind at 99.8% and 98.4% respectively. Reaper is the 4th lowest at a still staggering 95% usage, and Winston is bringing up the rear at 92.6%. To put it into perspective, the 6th most used hero is Brigitte at just 4.9%, followed by Tracer at 3.6% and Baptiste at 1.6%. So there you have it, folks. You have the meta, okay? How does this play back into the support role? I don't think the issue with support roles is the characters that you can choose. You can have a lot of fun playing Lucio. I would argue it's probably the funnest character in the game, so I think that is locked down. You can have a lot of fun playing Moira, especially if you're playing her as DPS and playing heals as a secondary. And obviously, if you're good with Kiriko, which I am not, you can hit the flanks and you can make a lot of plays with Kiriko. So I don't think it's the characters that are making people not want to play support. It is obviously the experience in the game, how much you're getting roasted as a support player, and really the feedback that you're getting throughout the game from your DPS and your tank players. We've hit that many of times, but they think that you should play one way. And we said it in the last video, they really think that you should be in a bubble and always just be healing them. So continuing on, right? HP is going to be really important. I think the characters themselves don't need a rework. I think they're really balanced for the most part. And you could argue based off what I just said, maybe Lucio and Kiriko are a little bit overpowered. But I've seen people play Baptiste. I've seen people play Moira, including myself, and have had some really great games and kind of turn that into more of a DPS thing. So I don't think the characters are really necessarily what need to be balanced here. I, again, think that we just got to get creative with some of the experience while playing support. So a couple other ideas that I saw out there, and these aren't my ideas. All right, so this one I heard somewhere, and I would love to give credit where credit is due, but I can't remember what video I was watching, but it said, why not give each one of the characters that play support a 2-second speed boost when they're getting shot at or taking incoming damage, very similar to Apex and Bangalore. And I thought this was genius because this would be an easy fix for the developers, and it would make it a little bit easier for me as a support player to kind of get out of trouble and not be so quote unquote squishy when I'm playing the game. And that might give me just enough mobility to stay alive in certain situations. And I think that, again, it's an easy fix and something that doesn't really change the playability of the game like the HP boost that I was talking about previously. I think another thing that could be fixed that would really make people want to play support, and that is play of the game. Look, you can do everything perfect as a support player and never get a play of the game, right? And it's just the cold reality of it. If you don't get a team wipe or at least 3 kills, right, and stack them up, you are not getting a play of the game. Now, it is possible to do it when you are playing support, and I get it. If you're Lucio, there is some exceptions to that rule. Like if you boop some people off the map and get some environmental kills, then you definitely can get a play of the game. And then obviously if you play support as DPS, it is very common to compete for play of the game, right? I've gotten a couple plays of the game as Moira, but keep in mind, it's never for healing. It's always for the DPS that I do. And when I use my ult, if I either get a team wipe or assist on a team wipe, then I'm going to get that play of the game. So I think if you make a huge play from a healing perspective, like let's say you save 3 of your teammates, right, when you're going into a fight and you end up winning that fight, then that should be a play of the game, right? Like if you put down sound barrier and all of a sudden you just save 3 of your teammates who are likely going to die and you guys end up winning that fight, that should be a play of the game, right? Same with Moira. You pop her ult, you use it for healing versus DPS, right? Or both. I mean, if you're behind, obviously you can use it for both, but you save a couple of players there, maybe you put one down, then that would be play of the game. And I think that would make people want to play it more because it would put more complexities in the game while you're playing support. And it would make support feel like it's a little bit more important than how you're treated in game. So again, I think with Season 4, I think part of the thing that's going to help, obviously, is that new character. I don't think that solves the problem for support, so we've got a lot of work to do in Season 2 and Season 3. Season 3, there's no new heroes coming, but then we're going to have that new hero in Season 4, and I think that's really going to help bring up how many people are playing support. So I'm going to get off the soapbox. Pretty easy stuff. Let's recap. HP increase for support. I think that's going to help. Speed boost for support. Get that Bangalore / mechanic from Apex Legends. That's going to help us kind of get out of trouble, right? I think that's going to be important. And then 3, which is going to be really important, figure out a way how support can be integrated more into the play of the games, because I've played with some really great support players that get no recognition at the end, right? So that's going to be pretty important there. So I'm going to leave you with this. I am super excited with what's going to happen, not only in Season 4. I know we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but what happens with Ramattra in Season 2. I am very new to this game. Many of you folks have been playing this game since Overwatch 1 came out. So I do understand I've probably got a lot more excitement than most people because I'm only 2 months into the game. and I think I have less than 100 hours in the game. But I enjoy this game, and I'm going to continue crusading for our support players because that's what I enjoy playing, and I love calling out toxic people. Anyways, all right, so on that note, I hope you folks have a wonderful week. Play a lot of Overwatch this week. You know, maybe a little bit of Warzone, a little bit of Apex as well. I'll see you in the arenas. If you see me and we're playing together, turn that microphone on. Let's have a little bit of fun. And over and out.